Since we had the greatest Thursday night football game ever last week, I'm going to start picking Thursday night games along with the week 3 picks because I just think, I haven't done it that while, so I'll just start doing it now. I think it's better to do it that way anyway, so the Rams picking up the win, obviously, last night. Ravens Jaguars. This is at Wembley Stadium in London. The London game is the Ravens and the Jaguars. I think London has a couple of better games this year, so I'm not gonna completely rip them for bad London games. I think they have the Patriots going to London this year, so hopefully that's a good endorsement for them. In London. The Ravens, they'll probably be super excited. I've always seen Snapchat videos of this. They're usually excited when football players come down there. So they'll go down there, they'll have fun. I think these London games are actually kind of tricky because of traveling and shit. But I do think the Ravens get it done. I think this one will be a close one. Blake Bortles, I think he'll show up in this game. He'll throw 2-3 touchdowns. I think Joe Flacco will show up 2-3 touchdowns. I think it'll go to the fourth quarter. I think Joe Flacco will help pull it out, though, at the end. I think a field goal, probably a Justin Tucker field goal. So, y'all might laugh, but I think the Jaguars are still a solid team this year. Broncos Bills. Broncos, after they coming off that mile high, get it? It was a Broncos joke, but yeah, but after coming off that huge win against the Cowboys, will continue their momentum probably here. Probably Demaryius Thomas will go off in this game. The Bills' defense played well last week against the Panthers, but that's because the Panthers can't protect. I feel like the Broncos have a better chance in this game because of their defense. I think the Broncos will pull away in the second half, like they did in the last game, and I think the Bills have dropped to 1-2. The Broncos, like I said, they might make the playoffs this year. So I think they have good potential up there in Denver right now. Vance Joseph he's doing a nice coaching job right now, so we'll see. Maybe it's just for now, but good playing right now. Steelers, Bears. Bears are still 0-2 with Mike Glennon. Steelers are weird, Week 1 they looked rusty. Week 2 they looked better. So I think I'm going to take the safe pick here, pick the Steelers, obviously the Bears, they're a completely trash team. They sort of hung in there Week 1, Week 2, not really much, but I feel bad for the Bears because they were really good a couple years ago. They had Brian Urlacher, their defense. Jay Cutler was decent. They even went to the NFC Championship game, but now they're just trash and they can't really play well at all, so Steelers will get that win easily. I think Big Ben was tossed 5 touchdowns. I think Le'Veon Bell will be his breakout game. He'll get a touchdown or 2 maybe. Not breakout game, but they'll get somewhere around 50 points. I feel like the Steelers have the potential against this Bears defense, and I think they will. Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant. Got a lot of weapons. I always feel like the Steelers are that team, They're good, but they don't fully utilize all of the talent, so it feels like they're wasting it, but they're not really wasting it. They're just trying to find ways to distribute it well. So Falcons Lions up in here. This is going to be a good game, I feel like. Lions coming off a big win against the Giants. The Falcons coming off that huge performance in their new stadium. This one's at Ford Field in Detroit. I think the Falcons will continue their hot streak and win this game. I do think this one will go to the fourth quarter. I think Matthew Stafford will try his heroics, but I think Matt Ryan will get a touchdown to Julio Jones late in this game. Julio Jones hasn't really been doing much this year, but I think this is his game. I know Darius Slay is a good cover man, but you can't really I think Julio Jones is one of those receivers like Odell Beckham who is completely uncoverable no matter what. You can limit him in terms of how much he catches, how much he throws, how much he catches, how much he runs, but you can't be completely shutting him down. So I think this is the game Julio Jones goes off in, scores the game-winning touchdown in the end. I do think the Lions will put up a great fight. This will be one of the good games this week. Really great games. So I can't wait for this one, actually. Hope this one plays in my market. Browns, Colts. I'm picking the Browns to pick the upset here. Deshaun Kaiser played well in Week 1. They played well against the Steelers. Week 2 was a bit of a drop-off for them, but I guess it was because they had a lot of turnovers. So I think they will beat the Colts. The Colts almost beat the Cardinals last week, but I feel like with this Browns team, they're still trying to figure out the talent distribution. Like I said, I do feel like the Browns are more talented than they usually are. So I do see the Browns winning this game, and I think it's going to be the upset of the week. I don't think it'll take a lot of weeks for the Browns to win this. Last year it took up until December against the Chargers to get their first win. All those hooked field goals by Lambeau, and now who's doing it? But I think the Browns will get this big win. I think it'll be huge for their confidence because it'll help them out, you know. Maybe they'll start winning some games after this. I mean, they did lose first 2 divisionals, so playoffs might be a 0.00 chance, but, you know. Buccaneers Vikings. Ooh, I like the potential that this game has, but I don't think Sam Bradford will play. So if Sam Bradford doesn't play, I pick the Buccaneers either way, but I just feel like the Buccaneers, like I said, I think they're going to have a breakout year. I think Jameis is going to play angry, you know. My crab legs. Nah, I'm joking. I think it's a great year for the Buccaneers. They're going to win this game against that defense. Dalvin Cook might play well in this game. I know the Buccaneers' defense isn't great. Other than Gerald McCoy, you know, that defense isn't really that great. I think Jameis will go off. Mike Evans will go off. I think Doug Martin will have a decent running game. So I think this game will be good, you know. Will be the Buccaneers winning, probably pull away in the second quarter or third quarter, throw a lot of touchdowns. So this is at that new stadium, not new stadium, one that opened last year, but yeah. Texans Patriots. I actually kind of want to see this because this is an early test for Deshaun Watson going up against Tom Brady. That Texans defense is actually really, really, really good. So gonna be an intriguing matchup, I feel like. Last year, they lost in the playoffs because the Texans didn't have a good quarterback. Now they have a somewhat decent developing quarterback. So we'll see how this game works out. We'll see how Tom Brady, you know, works. And I do think this one will be close up until the fourth quarter. And I think that Tom Brady will toss 2 or 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and win the game. Because I think J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney make for a great combination. I think the defense is great. I just don't think Tom Brady... Like, when he plays good defenses, like you noticed against the Chiefs, he just isn't on his game. And I think the Texans are going to throw him off a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a close one. Dolphins Jets coming up. Jay Cutler gets another cupcake matchup, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a really, really easy matchup for him. And I think they're going to cream the Jets. Like I said, the Jets have no quarterback play, no sense of direction, no sense of anything, really. So I think the Jets are going to get creamed. I'm sorry. The Jets, they suck. They suck ass. I'm never going to pick the Jets. So, Dolphins get the win. Dolphins get it done. Easy peasy. Sorry about that delay. Giants, Eagles. Giants, this is a divisional game. This is going to be heated. Eagles have always had their number. The Giants have looked really, really, really rusty lately. Odell Beckham might actually go off in this game because we have a lot of weak corners. So, I don't know. Ronald Darby's out too. I'm picking the Eagles because I feel like the Giants are still going to be a little rusty. I'm not picking the Eagles because I'm an Eagles fan, obviously, because I picked the Chiefs last week, so can't say it's biased. Just saying this because I don't know if the Giants can get back on track. And if you've watched the Eagles play this year, they've been very, very good on offense with Alshon Jeffrey. So this has a potential to become either a shootout or an Eagles blowout. So either way, I think the Eagles will win. I think it'll be a shootout actually, not over a blowout. I think the Eagles will win in the fourth quarter once again. I think the defense will make a. Fletcher Cox, you know, they got a lot of players down there, so I think that'll happen. Moving along here in the schedule, let me check what the next game is here. Saints Panthers. Ooh, another divisional matchup this week. Wow, lots of divisional matchups this week. I think the Saints lose this one. Sorry. I think the Panthers. Drew Brees, great quarterback. You know, I like the dude, but they're defensively, they just can't do it. Like, their team is bad on defense, and they can't escape the fact that they're bad because it's hindering their success. So, yeah, I think Carolina comes back. I think Cam Newton will be fine. He'll probably go through concussion protocol. I know he went to the tent in that game, so I think Cam Newton will toss 5-6 touchdowns, and I think it'll be an easy win. You know, easy win for the Panthers. I think Cam Newton still will find his groove somewhere somehow. So I think the Panthers get it done. I mean, I think it's surprising because people are still looking for the Panthers at the Super Bowl, but I think honestly they're trying to grow as a different team now. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe they were just immature that year, 15-1. Maybe they got a little too cocky, but they'll get it done this week against the Saints. Seahawks Titans. Afternoon lineup and in Nashville. I think the Titans take this one. I'm picking an upset here. Seahawks haven't looked great on offense. I don't really like what I've been seeing with them all season. And I do think with Marcus Mariota and the way they've been playing and the way they've been throwing, they'll be a great team. Just think the way they play, the style the Titans play. Not everybody's gonna like them. Not everyone's gonna think they're great, but I think the Titans will get it done this time. I know the Titans lost. They lost to a really weak team. They lost to someone, when you wouldn't see them losing to. But I do think. Oh, well, no, they didn't lose to a weak team. They lost to Oakland, so my bad. My bad on that. Titans getting a tough schedule because last year they're playing cupcake teams and winning a lot of games, but this year getting a tougher schedule. I do think this game will be taken by the Titans because offensively, I just don't believe in the Seahawks right now. So Tennessee is going to pull the upset here in Tennessee as well. Bengals Packers after the OC gets fired, Ken Zampese. Maybe they'll finally score a touchdown in this game. I think the Packers will cream the Bengals. Aaron Rodgers will toss 4 or 5 touchdowns. Not even. I think he'll toss 6. Because I think the way the Bengals defense isn't playing too great either. And Aaron Rodgers has been really mad. I mean, Randall Cobb might not play in this game. I heard David Bakhtiari might not play in this game either. But I do think ultimately they'll get it done. I do think Aaron Rodgers will have a good bounce-back game. I do think they're going to be really pissed, and I think when you get great quarterbacks pissed, they're going to go off. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go off. Nothing really to look at here. I mean, honestly, the Bengals have been playing bad. Bengals going to drop to 0-3. I think this is the year Marvin Lewis is going to get canned as well. So Chiefs-Chargers at the StubHub Center. Chiefs traveling down being 2-0. I think the Chiefs get this game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be another fourth-quarter collapse by Phillip Rivers and company. I feel bad because I want to pick the Chargers and I want to pick them to win. And I thought this was going to be their year, but the way the Chiefs have been playing, especially Kareem Hunt, has been absolutely exceptional so far. People think he looks like a superstar. I'm going to talk more about that later, but dang, the Chiefs, honestly, Alex Smith has reinvented himself too. The way they're playing right now, that defense is hot. They're hot. Honestly, after they beat the Patriots week 1, they've just been crazy. And I think they're going to carry on the same momentum into LA. I do think the Chargers are going to put up a good fight. I do think they're going to try to make a comeback and try to win. But it's going to be like usual. The Chiefs are just going to win that close game. Redskins is this week's prime. This isn't a bad primetime game, honestly, because this has potential to be a good primetime game. Depending on how well the Redskins play, I just don't. The Redskins, they barely beat the Rams last week, and now they have the Raiders. So I don't know how this is going to fare for the Redskins. This could be I don't know if their season's going to end, but their playoff chances don't look great right now. I mean, already losing a divisional game, and now not playing that well against the Rams. So we never really know. The Raiders out here, I think the Raiders will steal this game 3-0. Raiders are hot right now. Marshawn Lynch. I can't wait to watch this game. I haven't seen the Raiders all year. Seen them in prime time against a somewhat decent team. I hope this one goes. This one will go in like the third quarter, probably. Third quarter, fourth quarter. I think this will be a second half game. I think both teams will turn on in the second half. But yes, I do think Derek Carr will throw 2 or 3 touchdowns second half, and they'll pull away. It could be a first half pull away, but personally for me, with the Redskins being a solid team, I think this will be a second half pull away. So, and that Monday night game, the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Cowboys need to bounce back after that huge loss. The Cardinals have a great secondary, great defense as well. So I actually don't know. Now that they're actually playing decent teams, Cowboys are kind of getting exposed. 8 yards. Loser. The Cowboys suck right now. 1-2. Or no, 1-1, but last year they didn't lose for a long time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they lost to the Giants first or something. They beat the Giants this year. Good thing. Good for them, right? Stupid. I mean, come on, man. Like, Carson Palmer doesn't look like himself, so I'm giving this game to the Cowboys. But, however, I do think it's going to go in the fourth quarter. I think it's going to be a Dan Bailey field goal at the end. I just feel like certain teams match, even though the Cardinals are sucking and some teams suck, some teams' matchups when you play them, like I said this earlier, the NFL is all about matchups. Some of these teams, some of these players, sometimes they match up and you see an equal amount of talent, and the games are close. So, yeah, I think the Cowboys will steal this one. This week lots of divisional matchups, lots of early games. Later games not that much, earlier games. So I actually think it's an intriguing week. Last week was a little bit of fun. I think this week is going to be a lot of fun. I think that Rams-Niners game was proof that this week is going to be a lot of fucking fun. And I can't wait. I love football. I can't wait for this week. Woo! I mean, honestly, it's going to be great.